to Myfitnesspal app, and that's my profile. So let's go to goals. So this is your fitness goals. You can edit your daily nutrition goals. You can do it by calories by meal, and you can even add fitness. For me, I don't really add any exercise routine in this app. This app for me purely is to log my food and my goals. So let's look it up. Let's start with my daily nutrition goals. I want to edit it, for example. So based on my caloric need, 1600 is what is recommended to lose weight. My maintenance calories is around 2100, and to lose weight you need to eat 500 calories less in a day. Well, that is the safest way to lose weight consistently. So for me this number is 1600. I can probably, just for the sake of this video, let's just change that to 1500 calories. Or if you are probably on a 1200 calorie, let's start with that. That's a good place to start your weight loss journey. So if it's a 1200 calorie, you can set your macronutrients by grams or percentage. So I am on a low carb diet just because my workout program is quite intense. So I keep my carbohydrates to 25%. My fat intake is 40% and protein is moderate, which is 35%. So it's almost like keto. However, not really quite keto. In keto, this carbohydrates is around 10%. So this goes down to 35 to 40 grams in a day. So this is your goal setting. This is the page you will start your app with. So set up your goals, do your macro counting, and set this up. And this total obviously should be 100%, right? If I save my changes here, it will then reflect. So it says we have updated your meal goals. So it's updated. Now if I go to my food section, so on the top you've got your home page, your food, exercise. I hardly go to this section. For me, like I said, this app is only about the food logging. So I will go into food. That's my food diary. And these are my breakfast, lunch, dinner, mid-morning snack, arvo snack, post-dinner snack. You can have your own categories as well if you have the premium version of the app. So let's have a look at the premium features. So because I've got the paid version for this app, so based on the new goals, you are going to have 1200 calories a day, and you have broken it down. You've broken down your macro by carbs, fat, and protein, and that's the percentage. Now let's go and log your food for the day. So here I have already set up my meals. So I'm going to have 3 main meals and 2 small snacks. In my goal planning, I've also have broken down each of the meal by calories. So I've set it up for 1200 calories. It's roughly around 200 calories of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the snacks are roughly around 133 to 200 calories. So that's the breakdown in a day. To add your food, you also have quick tools. So you can add your meal from yesterday or from another day. So this is a very easy tool. So what I do is I'll probably add a meal which I have logged before from the database. So these are my meals, right? So if you click on my meals, these are your saved meals. So for example, my keto coffee. This was earlier saved by me. So I've already have the recipe here. I've already counted it. So I know that my keto coffee is around 107 calories. So that's what I will select. So now that we have your fitness goals for the day, your daily nutrition goals is 1200 calories, and you have already broken it down by carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And from here, we will now add food items for the day. Let's go to the food tab, and this is today. So you have got 1200 calories in the bank. Now let's spend that. Let's start with breakfast. So for breakfast, you may fancy a brown bread toast. So I will simply type brown bread. So from that database, I will have lots of options to choose from. And so whole wheat sliced brown bread, probably that's my option. And I've had 2 slices or 1 slice. You can change your servings to 2. If you have had 2 bread for breakfast, you can also choose which meal it needs to go into. 2 slices of bread, you add it to the food diary. You have added with the bread maybe 2 whole eggs. There you go, 2 whole eggs. So 2 whole eggs scrambled. Doesn't really matter whether you are having boiled or scrambled. Number of calories is what's important here. Let's pick 2 whole eggs scrambled, 1 serving of it. You can change the servings like I said, and you add it to your breakfast meal. You may have a black coffee, which is only 2 calories. If you are adding any whitener or milk to it, you need to add that as well. So for the purposes of this video, let's just keep it to black coffee. This now becomes a meal in itself. If this is what you're having every single day, and tomorrow and day after you don't want to do this again and again, you can add this as a meal. So you click on quick tools and you remember this as a meal. You name the meal as my morning breakfast. I'm just going to say test meal. So I remember this will go into my library. So I'm going to save that meal, right? Now, tomorrow, the next day, I want to have the same breakfast. I will go to add food. I will go to meals. These are my list of meals. And I remember it was my morning breakfast and I will add that. So tomorrow, Sunday, I don't have to do it again. I can just pick and drop. This is what I mean. And I have a list. For example, if I show you my meals, I've got an entire list of all my meals, my foods, and my database. I just pick which one I want. For example, my yogurt bowl or my nutrition bar, my warm cereal bowl. These are all recipes that I have added one by one over a period of time. So for example, my egg starter meal number 1. These are the ingredients. All I'll do is I'll select that when I add the food to my food diary. This is how simple it is. And at the bottom here, as you can see, it'll keep giving you the total calories for the day, and you can keep on adjusting this as you go. So if you're adding maybe walnuts for mid-morning and you add that as a snack, right? 1 cup, add that, and you know that you have already gone over, let's go back to the food diary. So here you see you've already gone over by 58 calories. In fat, you have gone over 35 grams, right? So now you need to adjust the remaining part of your day. That's how you adjust your meals throughout the day. And that's what I do before I start eating or drinking something. I enter that item here on the app. If the app tells me, yes, I'm still within my macro, I'll go for it. Or I will deduct rest of the meal. So this is not a good choice. So come mid-morning, I should not be having a cup of walnuts. That's a no-no. Look at that. 1 cup of walnuts is in itself 523 calories. No way. That cannot be done. So I will remove that. Although it's a good, healthy item to have, but no, my macro does not allow it. So that is the use of this app.